Are you mad or not? 'Cause it seems like you're mad though. Are you mad though? I will be reviewing Dirty John Betty episode 4. I felt like this episode was really good. This is when stuff really hit the fan and stuff began to unravel between Betty and Dan. And this is where he meets Linda. And this is where he put everything to action. You really don't know somebody until they find a new piece. I'm telling you. They showed that where Linda and Dan meet each other and they keep eyeing each other in the office, right? I was like, oh my God. And then they finally speak, right? And then he bring like this letter, like it belongs to another building, telling her that it was in the wrong department. I like, why he just didn't take the letter to the building himself? He just wanted to speak to Linda. I was like, yes, that's what he wanted to do. And he knew in his mind he wanted to get with Linda since the beginning. So Linda is moving on up. And she's about to be filling in for Dan's secretary, Colin. Because she's going to be going on vacation. So Colin is training her and everything, right? So after that, this girl is getting a promotion after that. He moving her up to secretary to a paralegal with her own private office with her name on the door. I like, where we do that at? Because I said I ain't never seen nobody move up that fast unless they sleeping with them, you know, the big boss. At this point, Dan is showing Linda more attention than his wife. He like complimenting Linda, telling her she's doing a good job. And he ain't never did that for his wife when his wife was typing his briefing and everything. He ain't never told her he was doing a good job. It's like he just took advantage of her and everything like that. So the Broadwicks is at the beach. And he ain't paying his family no mind. His mind is stuck on his secretary, you know. And Betty is trying to figure out what is going on. Where is his mind at? But he doesn't tell her anything. So one day, Betty calls the office and Linda's picked up. But Betty does not say anything. So she waiting till Dan get home, right? And then she like, I told you to get rid of her. He like, Dan put Betty in her place. He like, you don't call no shots over here. You don't pay for anything over here. He like, I make the call because I am the breadwinner. I like, that doesn't work in my book either. I don't care what the hell you pay for. You supposed to have a conversation with one another, okay? Like, even though the Betty does not work in the office, I said his wife typed. Why he didn't hire his wife to work in his office to give her income when she was typing his briefings and stuff like that. He ain't never did none of that for Betty. I'm telling you. I find that interesting. Then he tells Betty that they not doing nothing. And then he makes Betty feel guilty for even questioning him about that. I like, if a woman feels something in her gut, her intuition, something is going on, you have a right to ask your spouse what is going on. Even if there is nothing going on there, you have a right to ask, and they have a right to answer or decline the answer or answer the question. Like, what is wrong with that? I don't think nothing is wrong. Betty is having lunch with her friends. She just straight out and says, I think my husband is banging his secretary. And they all act shocked. They like, what? And they like, oh, why you think that though? They like, why you think that? And the one that actually got cheated on, Yvonne, was the one asking the questions. But she was like, oh, they went through a rough patch, but everything is good now. So it really wasn't no signs for Yvonne to really tell her to watch her back out for. Because she actually went through it with Martin. She was the first one who been through it. Now it's Betty. So Betty is in the courtroom, right? And you should have, she noticed Linda coming in the courtroom to give Dan papers. That threw her off. She was like, her face looked so surprised. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. She like, It looked like she saw a ghost, right? I'm telling you, you should have seen the face. The expression was everything. Everything. Betty is at the hotel in the dining room waiting for Dan. Dan left her at the table for hours or minutes. I don't know, maybe hours and minutes. And she wondering where Dan is. So she leaves the table and go up and notice Dan is on a payphone. And he talking to Linda, talking about it's work related. Yeah, right. Work related. My behind, I think. Oh, and what else? So Betty goes back to the table. And then come back. And then come back talking about he looking for her. Like, dude, after you been on the phone that whole time, you talking about you was looking for her? Really? Get out of here with that, cuz. Out of here, B. Not Woody. This is the real cooker. It's Dan's birthday, and Betty actually shows up, and Dan is not there. This dude had a whole office birthday party, and they didn't even invite his wife. And then when she showed up, the secretary didn't know who she was. OMG, I cannot. If you marry, everybody in the office should know who your wife is. It should be a picture of your wife on the damn table where everybody can see who that's your wife. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm telling you, it's crazy, child. So Betty go home. Dan arrives. Ooh. Betty pulled a white version of Waiting to Exhale. She burned Dan clothes in the backyard. And Dan looked surprised when he came to burn clothes. I was like, OMG, I cannot. Yes. That had me rolling. I was like, that had me cracking up. Really, it did. And it's basically saying, how can he prove something that he not doing? I said it was me. Linda should have hired a private investigator and would have gave her proof that he was cheating on her. And she could have had that for her court record, that he messed up the relationship first. I'm telling you. So you know people like to hide private eye investigation. Let me know when you find out, because the last time I checked, I live my life every day the same. Okay? So at the office, Linda is gossiping about her affair with Dan not being embarrassed. I know when people is having an affair, they normally be embarrassed. They feel ashamed. They don't go spreading around the goddamn office. But not Linda, child. And she made the secretary feel uncomfortable. So the secretary actually goes there and express, I feel uncomfortable. She's spreading your own business, and then puts her in her place. He like, it's none of your damn business. So she go back to doing what she had to do. So at this point, Dan is plotting and with his lawyer to screw over Betty at this point about the Epstein law in California. I don't know if that's universal. I don't know. But at the end of the day, they talking about having a house, looking for a house, and that you're not going to plan to pay for, have her use her credit cards and stuff like that. And then it comes to the point, and comes home and explains that he's leaving, he's packing, so Betty really don't care. She like, take it, go, whatever. Then the next day she explains to her children that the father left the house and leaves, right? Then he said he's coming with separation. Then he comes back to make love to Betty, right? Giving her false hope. Oh, like the thing is gonna get better, but it's really not. And then he puts rats in the house to force her to move out that house so she could spend on her credit card or something like that. That is low down and dirty. You got kids though. Why would you do that? Oh no, I didn't like that. Even though you trying to be spiteful to your spouse, don't be spiteful to your children though. That's terrible. Oh no. So Betty has a private engagement to go to with her family, and she leaves her children outside waiting for Dan, and Dan comes home late at night. I tell anybody, if you angry with your spouse, be angry with your spouse, but don't bring it out on the children. Please do not leave your children waiting outside forever. What if Dan would have not came home, period, So you telling me those kids would have been left outside the whole day and night? Like, don't ever do nothing like that. She could have dropped them off at her office and tell them that she's leaving to New York and she will be back. She comes back from her trip with her parents, and then Dan tells her that he is taking emergency full custody for what she did. I like, oh my God, Betty, if I was your friend, I would have told you never do nothing like that. You don't do stuff like that. Just don't. So Betty goes to his lawyer because she wants Dan's lawyer to also be her lawyer. I like, that can't be, because it's gonna be a conflict of interest. She have to get her own lawyer. And then Betty, Dan actually confesses to her that she was not bugging at all. That she was not imagining anything. And she felt a little bit better. But he was really tormenting her and stuff like that. But I said, if anybody is going through life trauma, we have to find a better way to cope. Because damaging people's property, and putting the hurt on your children or other spouses, you gotta find a better way to do it. Because this is not the answer. So I'm gonna leave. I'm out. Bye.